in a surprising matchup here, a surprising blowout win, the Ravens blow out the Buffalo Bills with a score of 35-10. It really wasn't a matchup. I mean, there were some turnovers on both teams, which looked like, the Bills could maybe make some magic work and get a TD, but no, nothing happened. The Ravens just, man, talk about a freight train. They just loaded it up. Derrick Henry, 24 carries for 199 yards rushing and a touchdown. He also had 3 receptions for 10 yards and another touchdown. So 2 touchdowns at 209 total yards, with obviously the majority coming from the rushing, with one massive run of 87 yards. Vintage King Henry, bulldozing, punishing players who try to tackle him. Unreal. Bills, what are you doing? You know the Ravens are going to run. Were you not prepared for this game at all? Like, the coach should be embarrassed from this. Like, what are you thinking? I mean, King Henry ran over them. Lamar Jackson wasn't too shabby either. For passing, he was 13 for 18, 156 yards passing, and 2 TDs, only sacked once. No interceptions. He also ran for 6 carries and 54 yards and another touchdown. Take notes, Jalen Hurts. This is what you should be doing. And this was, like I said, this is the Derrick Henry show. I mean, I also want to point out Justice Hill, the backup running back. He had 4 carries for 18 yards, but what he did most of his damage was the passing game, which he was the leading receiver. 6 receptions for 78 yards and a touchdown. The next best one was Isaiah Likely, 1 reception for 26 yards. So not much happened in the passing game, but you don't need it when you're doing this much damage. To get into my numbers a little bit here, the Bills, Allen had no TDs. He had no picks either, so whoopity-doo. He ran 5 times for 21 yards. James Cook was shut down too as well, 9 carries for 39 yards, but at that point, they're just trying to pass the ball. But Josh Allen, 16 completions for 29 attempts for only 108 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, like I said. And then Mitch Trubisky got in there for a 1 for 2 for 2 yards. Woohoo! Mitch Trubisky. Nothing to go around. I mean, a good game by the rookie, the wide receiver for the Buffalo. 3 receptions for 51 yards. Shakir had 4 receptions for 62 yards, and Kincaid had 5 receptions for 47 yards. That's it. Nothing to brag about. Josh Allen fumbled the ball. Sometimes he does that, but nothing much you can do. I mean, the Bills just got completely dominated by the Ravens. The Ravens had 22 first downs to Bills 12 first downs. The Ravens had 200 yards more in total yards more than the Bills. That's called domination. And the Ravens had more penalties, and they still dominated. They had 8 penalties for 79 yards. But they doubled the total yards than the Bills. Man, that is just a complete domination. King Henry, the bulldozer himself, just lowered his shoulder and punished those Bills players. What a win by the Ravens to get another win and stay only 1 game behind Pittsburgh. And Bills with their first defeat, but I don't know. This might be a recipe to how you beat the Bills. Just run it down their throats and see what happens, because talk about just an embarrassing loss, man. Bills, back to the drawing board and you need to just stop that run, because Ravens, woo-hoo, they ran through that team.